Tell us about your KP exam experience, how it went, what was the waiting time you faced, and what were the questions in each and every exam.
After completing my FSB,
And how was the atmosphere? Were the examiners very strict, or they were helping you, or what kind of scenario was that?
we had a Indian
Practical part, how was it? How did you do that?
practical part is like
What changed in your life in terms of your clinical position, clinic
perspective actually.
what kind of challenges did you face and how have you overcome with that?
The main challenge is after
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Swapnil Chandratre here. Today we have Dr. Binoy again. Those who don't know him, you can check out this video. We have already shot one video with him. He has told his journey till his clearance of FSP exam. Now he has cleared his KP exam, all exam in a one trial. Let's find out from him that how was his exam experience, how did he prepared, and what is his tips for preparation. Dr. Binoy, those who don't know you, please give your short introduction.
hello, Dr. Swapnil. I hope all things are good by you. And thank you so much for getting me here interview. First of all, my name is Binoy. I'm coming from India, from Kerala. I've been here in Germany for almost 2 years now. And I cleared my FSC last year, 1 year back. And in the 1 year of time, I cleared my KP. I was practicing in India for almost 7 years after my BDS. I completed my BDS in 2015. And till 2021, I was practicing in a practice in a clinic. Yeah, after that, I started applying for in Germany, and now I'm here. Appropriate Asanast.
Dr. Binoy, first of all, tell us about your KP exam experience, how it went, what was the waiting time you faced, how much time did it require you for preparation, and what were the questions in each and every exams?
Actually, KP exam after my completing my FSB, I thought of finishing directly giving to the KP so that this headache is over, so that I can focus on my career. Like, so I just I give application after 3 months of my FSB. So the date came so forth, like it came like in 3 months of time. I got the date for KP. Like your exam will be on this time. Like for 3 months of time. So then I started preparing for my KP. Initially, I thought it was like we have to learn everything what we learn in India, but I find it's okay. Yeah, we can track it down. So I started initially first part Shrilisha, with which is a written part. It took me around 1.5 months to prepare that. It's all solving the papers, solving one case. Like we will get one case of or complete case history, and we have to solve it in certain point of time. I mean, like restricted time.
What
So
was
I
your
played.
case?
My case was like a parodontitis, a patient with almost three tooths remaining. So I have to plan one prosthesis. Like I don't find English words in between. So
Yeah.
yes, I have to plan a prosthesis. And yeah, it was like difficult. The main thing is that we know everything as well. Like we learned completely everything in India. We know the things about how we have to plan. The part is like we have to finish in certain point of time. Like in 45 minutes, we have to complete everything with proper form. That's what I find it difficult. But after practicing like completing 140-50 cases, we can do it like that. That's about the Shrilisha perform. Then after that, we have to prepare for Mundlisha, which it's a little bit toughest of all the three. I find it like we have to clear this Viva part. There will be 5 commissioners, 5 people sitting around us, and we have to. They will ask questions, everything. They can ask anything. They will start from the basics, and they will go to the level above which we have to answer them. Yeah, that's a difficult part.
So, what were your questions and how were the examiners there?
Questions, I find it a little bit basic. The problem with that is we have to what to say, we have to talk in a way that we are confident we did it in our clinic. They want to know whether this person is capable of doing in the clinic. Yeah, so when for example I did a case, like I have told that examiner that 1.5 to 1.7 I have to plan a broker, that which crown. So they told which crown you want to do, and I told like a metal and fused crown. So then later I changed it all ceramic, that the patient has an aesthetic view, that I think they have impressed with it. They know that I have clinically done it many times. So
Right.
that like they will test us like clinical knowledge plus the theory, how much we know.
Right.
So I find it that person who is doing or as like preparing, like we learned everything in India. We learned everything, Only thing is that we have to convince them that we are capable.
How was the atmosphere? Were the examiners very strict, or they were helping you, or what kind of scenario was that?
Others, like if we had a Indian vibe, like I find it the similar drill is there. We will be in tension, like we have that tension. But the point is that we have to stay calm and we have to listen what they are asking and we have to answer it. I find it little difficult in the English. I was panic completely. It was my first attempt, and they were asking initially. I was going to take water. So can I drink water? I asked them. They were like, "Cool, you can drink water." They will calm us, but still the questions they don't show that whether we are saying it right or wrong. That's a difficult part. They will look at us we don't know whether we answered it right. And after completing my viva, I thought I would have not cleared it because they didn't show any emotions. But after that they told that we I did well. Then I came to know that I passed the exam.
And then last was the practical part. How was it? How did you do that?
Practical part is it's also a difficult phase. After the second part, we don't have enough time to prepare the third part. Actually, we don't know that it's in 25 days. We cannot complete all the procedures. Like we have a time period, like 5 hours. We have to complete all this off cover the procedures which they will tell us to do. So I find it little difficult to complete all this. And the main thing is that we should not touch the adjacent tooth while doing any kind of preparation, cavity preparation. They will check that thing very, very carefully with this loop and microscope. They told that. So we have to be very careful for that. We have to, in this 5 hours of time, we have to be very careful about not touching the adjacent tooth. We have to do the procedure well. I think everybody can do that, but the thing is that we have to be very concentrated. We have to practice that as well. For that practice, we don't get enough time for the leadership program. After the second part, we don't get enough time. That's the difficulty here, and we have to prepare for that. And I was doing the job in that time. I have to go to the clinic from morning to evening. After that, I have to practice again for 3 to 4 hours. It was very difficult part of my life at that time. For 30 days of the time, I was to work around 10 to 12 hours a day.
Now you are done with your exams, all the tensions are gone. Okay, what changed in your life in terms of your clinical position, or your life, or patient acceptance, or your personal confidence, staff, bosses? How did it change anything, or are you feeling nothing?
Yeah, it has completely changed. At first, the clinic perspective, actually, my chef, my boss didn't know that. He thought that it will take 2 3 years of time to complete this procedure. So he was also quite surprised that I did it in 1 year of time. He was also quite surprised about it. And he arranged a meeting. He gave me an applause with everybody in front of that. I find it very good moment in my life because in such short span of time, we completed this thing. And the change, after the exam, we have that a big tension is over. Now we don't need to worry about anything, whether we can stay here. There is 3 years of time, that tension is completely gone now. Now it's only relaxing part of my life. Actually, I'm not much into anything. I'm just casually doing my things, watching some Netflix. That's what how it goes. But surely I have to plan ahead of I have to concentrate more on my language a little bit more, and I have to include my daily life a little bit more in the clinic. So I'm planning some vital building as well to do some implant courses and all. I'm planning that up, but not so forth. I want to have some time for me.
Because you deserve it. Okay, because till we clear our exam, our mind is always in some stress. Okay, and
Yeah,
when our KP is done, we just want some break for some time. Then at least we don't want to do anything for some time. We are done. And yeah, that happens in everyone's life. Regarding that, what you are saying, okay, in life portion, right? So everyone goes through this struggle, especially also those people who have left something at home. Okay, just like you had your own clinic. Okay, you have closed that clinic, you are earning good, you have closed that income, you came here, you were in the beginning not earning anything. Okay, family back home, coming alone, those kind of difficulty in your life. Okay, what kind of challenges did you face? Okay, and how have you overcome with that?
challenges. The main challenges after practicing for 6 years in my clinical experience, suddenly coming to a student life was challenging. First thing. Second thing, like it's a different country. You don't know anyone here. The language is completely different, and we have to adapt to that. There are certain point of time I doubted myself. Why should I choose this thing? But the main thing is that stay focused on one thing, what we have started, why we have started it, what is the scenario in India, how difficult for us to maintain a good life, like patient tension. Here is nothing like that. If we go sit in the clinic, there will be 20, 25 patients. We don't have time to check all that. That the scenario here. Like every day, we are completely busy. That's a good part. Actually, I'm very a clinical oriented person. I like to do my case. I like to do patients every day. I want many patients to treat. So here there is no problem of that. Patients will be coming out, and at the end of the stage, we'll think that, oh my god, we have to do it more and more, like that feeling. But and again, the income part, actually, I would say I didn't find much difficult because after coming here, I started support my support. I started my part time. So the income part and the blocked account was also there to support me. I didn't touch off my blocked account much, so I was living it. That part also I have enjoyed. It was struggling for me to do some other job other than dentistry. I also wanted to try that in my life, some other different job. So I tried that as well for 3 4 months, and the income was also good. So it was okay. But still, this all are like after passing this KP of exam and we talking like this in interview, it like seems easy. Everybody can see that it's easy. But like, it's not that easy. It's difficult. We have to challenge our mind. We have to stay focused, I would think.
What are your tips and suggestion to the students? See, most of them have caused the anxiousness of exam. Okay, the second is that whether it is actually doable or not. Okay, and how to execute this kind of stuff. Okay, so can you give some tips that what helped you in your journey? What students should wait for challenges, and how do they come through it?
Still, I always feel that we don't have a person to ask something. Like there is not much of people ahead of us to ask. Maybe they are busy in life after completing the exam. So everybody can do it. In my opinion, everybody can do it. Only thing is that we have to be very smart and very sensible. We have to learn what we have to learn. It's not like completely we cannot learn everything together. We have to be very smart. We have to ask people, other people who are clear the exam. And guidance will be a very good option here because if we have a good guidance, we know what to learn. We are not wasting our time in some other things. So I would say that to contact with many guys, like many who pass the exam or like this, and do sensible, do learn, which is very important. Everybody can do it. Only thing is that we have to focus on what we have to do. And like we started like 27 30 people when we are in the starting of KP, and out of it 5 to 8 people are cleared, and most of them are my friends, and we are like a work it for together. As last interview, Ganga is also my friend, and we learned. I also learned from her. She also asked something. We are exchanging our knowledge, and many. That's the thing. Actually, we have to be connected. We have to learn, and we have to do it sensible, I would say.
The group learning is a very important aspect. Okay, it shouldn't be it doesn't have to be from the same country. Okay, you can meet many people. Okay, and those people mostly you meet in language courses and during the journey and all that. Okay, and then you connect with them, and then you prepare it together, and you learn from each and every person and experience from the other person, and that way you can improve yourself. Thank you very much, Binoy, for your time, and best of luck for your life. Okay, now you can enjoy your life. You deserved it. Okay, because now you are done with everything. If you have also more doubts, you can always contact to me. Okay, the link is in the description box. Till then, have a nice day.